Welcome back to lecture 5 of our beginners class to Canva. Um, we already know that this class is being organized by Smoothtech, an organization founded by me, and I'm Francisca, and then in partnership with Brand Art Ghana. So I am your guest trainer, but I am doing this with 11 masterclass students that has gone through the masterclass after taking the free class. Okay, so they actually organize this training, this cohort of the training. They put together the groups, getting you guys into the groups and all that. I was just invited to come and teach. Today is lecture 5. We'll be designing. This is actually what we'll be working on today. So this is what we'll be working on today. It is not the right size, so don't bother. But we'll be designing this. I actually wanted to ask if you guys wanted to do this, which is a marketing flyer, or you want to do a birthday flyer. So probably we can start voting now if you want to do a birthday flyer, very simple, cheap birthday flyer that you can use to wish your friend or yourself when it's your birthday. Or we want to do a marketing flyer so that probably you can do it to market your business or your friend's business or whatever, right? So we can start voting now whilst we go through. Okay. Before I also continue, please, when I post the video and you go to the YouTube channel to go and watch, subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the video. You can also comment if you have a question or you want to add to the conversation, what we are learning. You can also comment just to boost the YouTube video because we are trying to grow the channel, right? All right. With that said, you guys know that time always go against us, so we'll not waste any much time today. Let's dive right into it. Oh, okay. A lot of you want to do marketing flyers, so okay, that means that's what we are going to be doing for today. I think in lecture 1, I mentioned that one way to master your skills is to start doing these things for free first, right? Then when you do one or two for people, then they post it. Somebody will be like, "Oh, how did you get your birthday flyer? It's nice." And then they will say, "This person did it," right? And then they will, "Oh, give me their number. I want them to do some for me." Then they will contact you, then you can do it from them. So that's how it works by connection. You do one for somebody and then they will how do they say it? Recommend you for more, right? Okay. Okay, so let's move on. So we are back into Canva. I hope by now we all know how to get into our design workspace, right? So I'm going to quickly go to another tab to access. Okay, so we are here. So this is our home page. Please, those using phone, we've already gone through how to find the different tools in Canva and how to navigate the interface, right? That's why today I'm using laptop, but at this point, I feel confident that everybody know how to find what they are looking for, the tool they are looking for to be able to work on their design. So today we are using only laptop to do the work, and then the phone users. When I feel like you cannot find the tool, I will guide you through how to find it. So please let's follow as we are working so that if you have questions, maybe you are struggling to do what we are doing, you can ask it as we go. So this is our home page. And then the first thing we are going to do is to click on create a design. We are starting from scratch, right? So we are not going to look for any template. All we are going to do is to go to create a design, which is this big bar here. So click on that. And then here you can choose from any of these. If you already know the size that you are going for, you can choose from one of these to get something similar. Did you guys see what I did? I'm so sorry, I didn't take you guys through. So what I did was I click on create a design and I look at the different sizes they are giving me and I chose uh, Facebook, right? So let me quickly go back. So I went to So first you will click on the three dots, three lines always at the top here. Then you go to create a design, right? So phone users, where you see your create a design, that's where you go to. You click on it. Then the options they will give you, that's under the create new. You will see all these different sizes, right? So depending on the purpose of what you are going to use it for, you see all these different sizes, right? So I said for today's flyer, marketing flyer that we are designing, we are going to choose Facebook post landscape. So mostly they use these sizes to run ads. Okay, so you can use this to run an ad on Facebook. Okay, so this is the size. I even feel like it doesn't match, but it will work. So let's use this one. Okay, it will be easier with this one. Now, after we've chosen our home page, the size we want to use, and we have opened our workstation, what else do you want to do? We are starting a design. Um, Mostly when you want to design. So this is what we'll be teaching in the master class, right? We don't just pick the design and then I walk you through what to do. We talk about the different things you have to consider as a graphic designer, right? So, for instance, if you have gotten a contract, a client has contacted you for to design a marketing flyer, one of the few things you have to do is to do a market research. So you go to Google or Pinterest or Instagram or wherever you find a lot of flyers like Facebook and stuff, and you will search for marketing flyer for a real estate, marketing flyer for a shoe brand, and they will give you so many options, right? So when you see the options, now you are going to pick two or three that resonate with you. You feel like this arrangement is nice. This color blend is nice. It is something I can use. Now you have those three options in your mind. It is called inspiration, drawing inspiration from what already exists in the world, right? So these are some of the things we'll go into details when we are in the master class because we always do the theory aspect first before we actually start putting the design together. But because in the free class we have time constraint and all that, let's just go straight forward to the design bits and then let's design our flyer. So I'm going to add a background to it. Now, I've already shown you what we are working on. This is it, right? But remember that we have chosen a different size now. So it is going to be shorter than, a bit longer than this one, but not too wide than this one, right? So what we are going to do firstly is to add a background. But because this one, the background is already white, we don't have to change the background. If it is another color, now you have to change this background by clicking on background color here and then choosing the color you want to use, right? Which is really, really simple. Or you can add an element, which is a shape like this one, and then drag it to cover it like this. So phone users, you are tapping, so you don't have to click and drag. You just have to tap and drag, right? So when I click on it, you see that a tool activates around it. This white dot, you use that to edit it. So you can use it to make it bigger or smaller, right? So this one is to make it either wider or closer, right? And then the dots at the edges is for you to enlarge it or enclose it. So that is it. So let's delete this one. We don't need this layer. So I'm just going to delete this layer, and then I'm going to change the color back to white. All right. The next thing we are going to add is the shape here. So this was actually designed by me a very long time ago. I think in like 2020 or so. I think 2021. Even the logo on it was designed by me. I use phone. I use the app called Pixel Lab. I think some few people that do design, they know about Pixel Lab. That one of the most popular phone apps that people feel like it's a little professional that they can use on phone, right? It's called Pixel Lab. That's what I use for the logo on this flyer. So let's just go on. If you go to my Facebook page, this is my Facebook page, Frank's Unique Design. You will see it's there. I posted it. Okay, so January 2022, that's when I posted it. So let's move on. So we are going to bring our different elements. So the first element we are introducing is shapes, right? So this one is a shape and this one is also a shape. But the second one, which have the picture, is a frame. So let's introduce the first one, which is the normal shape. We are going to go to elements and then come to shapes and then select the circle one. Okay, so there is different kinds of shapes in Canva, but we are going to use the circle one. So you click on it, it will open, then you drag to make it bigger, and then you position it where it has to be. As a graphic designer, oh my God, I feel like I'm teaching masterclass students. So as a graphic designer, one of the most important skills you can master is how to duplicate or no, it's not duplicate, replicate a design. If you look at a design and you can tell how they got that design, how they were able to do that design, you have become a master graphic designer. It means you can design anything you want to design. So if you see a design and you can tell, okay, this one is a shape. This one, they've added um a shadow to it. They've added a stroke to it. It means you know all the principles, you know all the tools for you to be able to break it down like that, right? Because if somebody doesn't know about design and they see this, they cannot tell how the person came about this. But you as a graphic designer, Emmanuel, please stop drawing on my screen. You as a graphic designer, you should be able to see this and immediately know how they achieved this. So if you get to that point of design, you have mastered design. And it's like you have become a boss, and I'll be so proud of you. So let's continue. So as I said, you are going to position the circle where it's fit, okay? Where you think it looks good and leave it there for now. Also, let's change the color. So what I'm going to do is that, hmm, let me teach, oh God, let me teach you guys another thing. So I'm going to upload the design that I've already done, okay? This is the design. I'm going to upload it. Then I'm going to pick the color from the design. So Canva has a color picker, right? So if I click on this and I add it to the design, and now I come here and go to where I change my color, the color changing tool, and I click on this color wheel, the plus sign. Now they will give me where I can edit the color, right? All I have to do is to click on this pencil tool here. It is called pick a color. So it's a color picker tool. Eh? So you click on it and drag it to the color you want to pick. You see that anywhere I move it to, it pick that color, right? So wherever I clicking, it will pick that color for me. Did you guys see? So I'll go back, click on it again, and just pick this one. It's as simple as that. So if you see a color in a design you like, just download the design, upload it into Canva, and pick the color. So let's quickly move on to what else we want to add. So now I'm also going to bring in our frame, okay, which is also another element. So let me quickly delete this one, remove it. So we'll go to element, click on frame, then choose the circle frame, right? The round frame, this one. So we'll click on it. Now we'll also enlarge it by using that. So make it bigger. And as I said, in lecture one, we said that one of the reasons why you should become a graphic designer is because there's creativity, expression, freedom of creativity, right? So whatever you are redesigning or designing, you move the elements around until you get what works, what you feel like it fits, it makes everything come together to where like a complete, it makes it a complete masterpiece, right? So even after you finish the whole design, you have finished the arrangement, look at it with your creativity eye and make sure it fits together, it works together. And if something feels like it's out of place, move it around till it feels right. You get it? So for now, this is like a rough arrangement. You arrange it, then later on, as you move on, you decide if you should keep it the way it is or rearrange it to better suit what you are looking for. I hope that is understandable. So now with this one, what we are going to do is that we are going to look for an image. So this marketing flyer is for a real estate, right? But if you are designing for maybe a shoe brand, the image you are going to use is a shoe. So depending on what you are designing for, you will use images that match the information on your flyer or design. So this one we are designing for a real estate agency. So we are going to use a house or something that represents real estate, right? So I'm going to quickly look for the image in Google. So I didn't download it before starting this class purposely because I wanted to show you guys how to do that, right? So in case you find an image in a design that you want to use, but then you don't know where to find it, what you will do is that you go to your Google Search Console, then what you have to do is to come to this side. So the first one is for you to record what you want to type, right? The second one is called search by image. So this one is search by voice, and this one is search by image. So if you click on it, it gives you an option to upload the image that you want to search for. So I'm going to quickly upload the design I've already done. And then what you will do is that it will try to figure out the images in there and search for it. So now it has picked that one, right? So if you want to search for this, now what you have to do is to bring it there. Then it will search for something like that, okay? Or it will search for things about that. So maybe an article about real estate or something like that. Yeah, so that is how you search for image in Canva. Sorry, in Google rather, in Google using the image itself. So this one, I'm going to just select this one and then allow it to search for it. So now you can see that the pop-up has given me different options of what I was looking for, right? So quickly, it looks like this image is very popular and it's nice. So quickly, I'm going to click on one of them to see if it fits what I'm looking for or this one, just to make sure it fits what I'm looking for, right? So this one, you can visit the site for quality sake, you can visit the site and download it. Or what you can do is to simply click inside the image and now you can see the pop-up, right? So you go to copy. You will copy the image and come to Canva and paste it, or you go to save images and save it into onto your laptop or desktop or phone, right? But you can also click on it and just copy it without downloading, come back to Canva, and then click inside your workspace and click on. If you are using desk any laptop that is not an Apple laptop, click on Control V to paste it. If you are using an Apple laptop, you click on Command V to paste it. If you are using your phone, it's easy. You click inside and the options will come for you to paste it, right? So on your phone, on your laptop, you click on the command to paste it, then you paste it. It's as simple as that. You see that it has already pasted, right? But if you downloaded it, what you have to do is to use the upload option. So you go to upload, then you use upload file and then upload. I think we've already discussed upload, how to upload an element into Canva, right? So we don't have to waste time going over that again. Now, after you have uploaded it, what you have to do is to drag and drop it into your frame. It's simple, very simple. Canva, I don't know, Canva makes design so easy and enjoyable. What all that you have to do is to click and drag into your frame. So I've undo what I did, click inside it, drag into your frame. Okay. Now, if you want to change how it's looking, maybe make it bigger or resize it, you have to double click inside to get this editing tool. It's called cropping tool, right? So you are going to crop it, right? Or you can even rotate it using this rotate tool here. So what you have to do is to either make it bigger or smaller, right? Either make it bigger or smaller, and then drag and fit it into how you want it to look. Now, for now, I'm going to leave it as it was because as time move on, I said this is a rough design, like it's a rough arrangement, right? So when I finish and I feel like it doesn't fit the whole complete design, I will reposition it so that it matches what I've get, like it can fit into the design itself properly, right? You can also decide to add a stroke to it or even add another shape to give it a layout color, right? Let me quickly look at the design we are working with. Yes, they gave it a layout. So what we are going to do is that, and even that one too, this one interlocks. So I'm going to undo what I've already done. And then what we are doing to do is drag and drop here so that it interlocks because the other one it interlocks, right? And this one, the frame is under our orange shape, right? Is this an orange color? Please, what color is this? What color is this? Somebody should comment the name of this color. Okay, so now I'm going to go to position, and then what you are going to click on is to back or backward. Now, automatically, it moves it back. Okay, so this is called position. You are using the position pop-up, the rearrange it. So Canva has a tab for arranging your layers. So everything you put into your design on your workstation, it becomes a layer. So if you put a text in there, it becomes a layer. If you put a picture in there, it becomes a layer. And then you can arrange your layers to show what should come first, what should be up, what should be on top. Yes, what should be on top of what. Okay. So now after I've done that, I'm going to just drag and drop, and it's as simple as that. Now I'm going to also go here, go back to the position, go to layers, and go back here. And then, okay, let's leave that one for now. When we finish everything and it doesn't fit, we'll arrange it properly. Okay. So after that, what we are going to do is to add the layout. That one is a shape. So I'm going to click on the first shape I've already done and duplicate it. So you click on the plus sign, duplicate it, bring it back here, make it bigger. And then I'm going to go back to position, send it to back. Okay, like that. And then now what I'm going to do is to change the color. Okay, so I've reduced the size and then I'm going to change the color. So we are going to pick a color from the picture itself. So I'm going to go to color, go back to the color picker, click on the pencil, and then pick a color from here, right? As simple as that. All right, let's move on. Please, so far, are we following? Do we get everything that we have spoke about for from the beginning till now? Okay. All right. I'm glad that you guys are following. All right. That's great. That's great. All right. So let's continue. So after we've gotten this, what is the next thing that is on this flyer? There's another shape, right? Which is another circle, which has an image. So we are going to look for that picture also. So we'll go back to where we search for our image, click on the image we brought here, and drag it back to that tiny image there, right? And then trust Google to find it for us. If it doesn't find it, we'll look for it somewhere else. Okay. And look at that. We have found it. So this is it. We found it. I don't even remember where I got these images from in the first place. Okay, so I'm going to copy. I'm not going to download, so I'm just going to copy and then bring it back to Canva. And then what I'm going to do is to paste it, right? Please, I hope we have not forgotten how to paste it, right? We still remember how to paste. Now I'm going to drag it sideways and bring our shape back. So go to elements. You realize that this design is made up of shape and images and text, right? So we bring it back and then put it here. And then now we drag and drop. We remember, right? As usual, drag and drop. Now I'm going to go back and click on element again. And this time around, I want shapes. So I'll go to shapes. So cancel the frame by clicking on this multiplication sign here. So it says clear, right? I'm going to cancel it. Then it will bring back the rest of the elements, right? So I'm going to choose the recently used one, which is this circle tool. It's shapes, right? So it's under shape and we know where to find our shape. So I'm going to click on it and then I'm going to make it a little bigger than the one already there and change it to white. And now I will drag and drop it here and then go back to position and backward. Now to back, if you use to back, it will send it to the back of all the layers we've already created. So if I click on to back, now it is behind all the layers. So I cannot even see it, right? But backward, send it just one back. So anything that's on top of it will go back of that thing. But if you send it to back, it send it behind everything you have already created. I hope we understand the difference. So now I'm going to bring it to front, and that one too will bring it in front of everything we have already created and use backward to send it back. I hope you understand. So that is it. Now we have gotten this one, right? Nicely done. So after that, now the rest is tests. So we are going to now add tests. Let's quickly look for a logo. So logos also can be found in either photos or elements. So elements, then you search for real estate logo. I think my network is a bit slow. Okay, it has loaded. Right. Great. So I'm going to quickly go to elements and search for real estate logo. And then enter. You click on enter, then you see they've given you different ones, right? So the graphics are mostly without background. So that's what we are looking for. If you want something with background, you can go to photos and then choose something here, right? But for now, we want graphics, which is mostly without background. And also remember that some of them are paid for, right? It's for only those who have paid for the Canva account. So please choose the one that is free and use. Okay. And then don't really bother about the color because you can always change the color to suit what you are looking for. So probably this one is too light. I don't like the way it's too light, but it will work. So let's put it here and then change the color to gold. So that is it. So you can use any of the logos here, right? So just choose a logo and use. So any logo you decide on. Should we use this one? Which one do you guys think it works better? Can we comment quickly which one we think will work better? I'm trusting your choice, so the first option or the second option. Are you guys here with me? Are we following? I was asking that the logo, which one should we think it will work better? If you see any of them, you are being indecisive. Okay. Oh, we have first and second. Now which okay, two first, three first. First is going. Second. Okay. Oh, okay. First as one. So we are using the first. So let's change it. Mhm. Is it because I didn't change the color? Because we can easily change the color to suit what we want to do. Okay, I think that is too bold. So let's use the first one. Okay. Now, what we are going to do next is to add the name of our brand. So, because this will be your assignment, use a short form of your name, and then you will add maybe real estate to it, right? So this one, the name was Unique Prime Estates. We complete your dream. So the name of the brand and then the tagline or something like that. So for the purpose of class, let's look for something simple. We can still use the unique. So let me use my name. I like my name, but it doesn't sound like a brand name. I don't know why. So, so let's use my name. So Franks. And then they've already given us a font, but we can change the font into what we want to use, right? So changing the font, you click on here and then you scroll through the fonts and then you choose the one that you want to use as simple as that. Okay. Initial design, that one is a bit longer, no, a bit wider. This one, because we have enough space on top here, so you can see that I'm making a design decision and I'm also making a creative decision, right? To rather bring the logo icon on top there instead of positioning it here because there's not enough space to put the brand name there. So I'm rather changing the arrangement of the brand name and logo for it to be straight like this so that I can put everything I want to put there. So the name will be what? Frank's Prime Estates, right? So Frank's prime estate. So that's why I said you always consider what arrangement will work for what you are doing in it. It's not by force to do what somebody has done. Do what will work for you. Okay. And then remember that we are supposed to leave white space. So don't come and put your text here. Here. No space. Oh, brother. Don't do that. We are supposed to leave white spaces. Okay. So that is that is a white space. We have left a white space between the text and the border of our design. Nice, fresh. Now, please suggest a timeline in the chat box. I'm going to copy one and just add. Suggest a timeline. Now let's create our real estate agency. So that one we are just going to copy it and paste. Okay. So real estate agency as big as it is. So come to test. If your test is not showing like this right now because we just search for a logo, what you are going to do is to come down here to test. You click on test, you click on add a heading, okay? And then you double click inside to select it, you delete it, then you type real estate agency. I hope that is the right thing. Yes, real estate agency. Now, let's look at how to use one of the principles in Canva. We have written our test, right? The arrangement, we don't like it. So we are going to do left alignment. How you do left alignment in Canva is that you go to this one, alignment. So this is for spacing, this is for creating a list, and this is for alignment. So you click on alignment, it has changed the alignment, right? So there's different alignment type in Canva. So use the left alignment. So each alignment works in different situations, right? So use the one that works in this situation. Okay, so the font I'm using for the real estate is called Leaks pattern. So that is what we are using. Now we are also going to reduce the space between row and estate and also the space between estate and agency. That means the the letters, the spaces between the words, right? We are going to reduce it by clicking on spacing here. Then look at the first one. The first one is letter spacing, which means between R and Y. So if I click on that one, you see it is letter spacing. But the second one is for line spacing. So that one is between different words. Okay. So you click on that one and reduce it like this. Okay. So going back, now figure out which one looks better and choose it. Okay. So that then you position it. So we have 10 minutes. We have, oh my God, we have 10 minutes. Wow. Let's try to finish. Have you finished commenting the let me quickly check if anybody comments. Salima is asking that what if the company has a logo? Please, always the company will give you the information you need for the flyer or design you are doing in. So use the information they are giving you. It's very important. Okay. So that unless they give you the freedom that they don't have images, they don't have and they don't have a font type that they use. They don't have colors. They don't have logo. That one, they are giving you the freedom to use your own resources. But mostly companies have logos. They have their brand images. They do like photo shoots. They take pictures of their products, right? They have fonts that they use. They have colors that they use. So always ask the client to send you those information. Oh my God, master class is going to be massive. Always ask the clients to send you the images that they have, the fonts that they use. So most There's something called in masterclass, we are going to learn about branding, right? There's something called brand identity guide. Every business is supposed to have a brand identity guide. The brand identity guide contains the font type they use, the colors they use, how they want you to position their logo on their design, the images they use, some of the things you shouldn't do in their designs, and some of the things they absolutely want you to do. So, as a designer, when they send you that document, you are supposed to read through and follow the instructions they have given you. Do you get me? So, mostly they will give you the details you need and the information you need. Some brands don't have these things, okay? So if they don't have them, that now they give you the power to use your own initiative and resources, then you can do that. Don't give them somebody's logo, please. You can write their business name with a text big on top there, okay? If you if you ask them that should I create a logo for you and they say yes, now you can create a logo for them because logos are unique identities for every business. So you cannot just pick anything and put on their flyer that it's their logo. They have to provide one, or you help them create one, or just write their business name on the flyer. I hope that is clear. So after our real estate, what is next? Let's quickly go back to what we are supposed to add. Nobody gave me a tagline for my business, so please give me a tagline, or I should write what is here. We complete your dream. Oh, please give me a tagline, okay? Now let's continue. What is next day? So that is another, it's like a selling point. A selling point. These are marketing terms. Something that your business should be known for. Something like I think there's something spices in Ghana that they say Dedo or something like that. Dedo spice. They all these brands they have like unique proposition. Mark Brown. Mark Brown has a high sense. She's like a brand ambassador of high sense. And their unique proposition is yeah, titise who, right? So mostly when they do flyers for them, they add it, yeah, titise who. It means that they have reduced the prices of the things, right? So we are adding a unique proposition. This is helping you find the best house for you. So I'm going to copy the text that I use for my brand name. So just click on it, click on duplicate because now I've used two fonts, right? This one is Montserrat and this one is Leaks pattern. Okay, so I don't want to introduce another font for now. Remember, in our first class or second class, we discussed that we shouldn't use more than three fonts in your design. Okay, so now I'm going to change this one to what? Helping you find the best house for you. Helping you find. Let's do it. Your dream house. Helping you find your your family's dream house. Okay. So something like this. Then I'm going to make it bigger. Okay, so let's change the alignment to left alignment. So as simple as that. What's next? What else are we supposed to add? So the color is not supposed to be black. Nobody prompted me. So the color is supposed to be like blue and that. So let's quickly change it. So now do we see how many colors we are using? We are using blue and also nobody told me the color of what's the color? Is it orange? And it's like deep orange, right? So orange and blue, that's what we are using. But then I said white and black are bonus colors. That's good. So I'll change this one. I'm going to choose this. Yes, amazing. So another amazing feature in Canva is that when you bring a picture, an element, a video, when you drop it into Canva, into your design, okay, what it does is that it picks all the colors. So when you go to color and you come down here, you will see photo colors. It has picked all the colors in your picture. So it is easy for you to pick something in already in your image and then use it to blend together. Okay. So this one I picked the third color that it has picked for me. And then I also picked this one too, the third color. As simple as that. Let's make this a little bigger. So let's increase the size by clicking here. Size, size. And then type in exactly what you want, maybe 20, and you click on enter, it changes it. Okay. Now you can also reduce the line spacing as I've already told you guys how to do it. Because I said it's a rough arrangement, so we have the whole complete thing and we can see if it's working or not. Let's move on to what is next. Let me look at the time. In case I'm talking in the line part, we are coming back. Okay, we have less than 1 minute. So let's come back and then continue. So when we come back, we are going to complete what we are doing. Did somebody comment something? We release your stress. Hey, this is not a massage company. It's not even a gym company or an exercise company. How do they release our stress? I think you have a vision, but form of convenience. I like that one. We should link it to something real estate, like yes. So the release your stress is good, but you have not linked it properly. Anyways, let's continue. So, what next are we going to add? What is next? Since we've still not figured out what our tagline is going to be under the company's name, let's move on to add our call to action, which will be something like get started, right? Or get started now. So we are going to introduce another share. And because the space here is too small, I'm going to rearrange this text. I'm going to move it up to create room for me to add my call to action. Okay, then I'm going to wait for it to load and select the shape and change the shape to the blue color that we are using and resize it. So the white dots and lines that activate around the shape is called transformation tool or free transform tool. When you use that to resize or yes, resize your shape, your element. Okay. Now I don't like the way it is too straight, so I'm going to also make the edges rounded or the corners rounded. So if you want to make it rounded, you come up here to the toolbar up here and look for what they call the corner rounding. This C here, right? You click on it, then you increase it till you are okay with what you have. So I think this is okay for me. Let me move this a little up. Okay. So the next thing we are going to add is our call to action. I'm going to quickly duplicate this and rewrite, get started now. And then resize it using the transformation tool, or you can use the font size tool to resize it, which is here. You will find the font size tool here. can either increase it using the plus sign or decrease it using the minus sign. Now let's also change the color to white. You already know how to change the color, right? Yes, it's still too big, so we are going to make it a little smaller like this. Okay. So you also use your move tool to position it where it want to go. You want it to be right. Now that we have positioned it, it's left with our contact details. So with contact details, we have something called icons. A lot of businesses, they transform their logos into icons, and icons are like this tiny representation of the logos of the logo or the company that you can use on your flyer instead of writing the whole company name, right? Something like Facebook icon, Zoom icon, we have the call icon, we have the email icons. So example is this one. Okay, so if you want to find it, you go to elements, you search for the icon you are looking for. So this one is call icon or contact icon. So you click, you search for contacts icon. I hope we are following. So they give us different people, right? So I'm going to choose this one or any other one that is I like best. You see, there's a lot of options, a lot of different ones for all kinds of use or purpose. So you resize it using the transformation tool again, and now you can also change the color. So I'm going to change it to this gold orange color, right? So you resize it to fit you. Then we are bringing our text, which says contact. So the contact you want to use, right? Let me quickly go over to check. So call for more information. You can also use something like for enquiries. So for this one, let's use for enquiries. So I'm going to duplicate this and then write for more enquiries. For enquiries. Enquiries is supposed to be killed. Okay, so always check for spelling mistakes if you are right or wrong. Okay. Now you resize this to the size you want. Now bring your contact. Change the color to your preferred color, which we are using violet or blue now. What you have to take note is that if your brand is an international brand and people will contact you all over the world, use your country code for the contract. Because if you don't use contact country code and people are trying to contact you, they may not be able to reach you because of how they are entering your number to call, right? So add your contact, your country code. Ghana's own is +233. Everybody has their country code. You can search for it. Then you add the number. And then you position it where you want it to be, right? And if you're okay with it, you move on to whatever else you want to add. So now let's add our tagline. So with tagline, you can add something like, so I'm going to go to test, click on add little bit of body type because I want it to be small and bring it here. And then type what I want to type, right? So nobody gave me one, so I'm going to write one myself. So something like we make house buying easy or house hunting easy. So we make house buying easy. Okay. Now resize it to fit what you want and position it under your brand. Okay, that looks okay. Now we are done with all the elements here, right? All the elements has been created. Except we didn't give a background to this. We can do that if it's not necessary, if we think it is not. Yes, anything you think is not necessary for your design, don't add it. It's not by force. So don't add it if you don't want to. You can also add it if you want to, right? In this instance, I feel like it's not necessary. So I didn't want to add it. Let's change the for enquiries to for more enquiries because they already have some of the information they need on the flyer. But you are trying to say that if they need more information, if they are looking for more info, they should contact you. I don't know, it looks weird to me. Yeah, I'm going to remove that and just go with this one. So for more inquiries, so this is what is known as design process, right? We try to make something work. If it is not working, we try something else so it's working. Okay. All right. Now that we are putting all our elements in here, let's figure out if this looks okay or everything is aligned, if every element is positioned well, if they look balanced, if they look together, if everything is, I don't know, looking nice and complete and as a masterpiece, right? So you look through and right from the beginning, I'm seeing that things are not aligned here. Okay, so what you are seeing on top here, now I'm in here. It's called ruler, and you can find the ruler activation tool from file. You go to file, you go to settings, and you click show rulers and guide. So when I clicked on it, it has deactivate, right? But if I go back and click on it, it reactivates. And I realized that some of my elements are not aligned. So I'm going to use that to guide me to align my elements. So I'm making sure that the white space I've left at the left and right are the same, and on top and down are the same, right? So that's what I'm making sure. And then I'll now come back and rearrange my elements. This is the down part is bigger, so I'm going to move this my call to action down to match the number and this one to match it, right? So now it is aligned. I can also make this one a little bigger to suit this. So nicely done like that. Now I can also see that this one is not aligned properly on the left side. So I will move this two as well to meet this. And then I will also move this and this to meet this. Yes, perfect. Okay. Now that we have that, I want to also move this a little away from the test, okay, to create room for the test. So we move this to somewhere like this. So because we chose a new test, we have a new font called Canva Sans that has been introduced, right? So let's change it back to the font we are using for our logo, which is Montserrat. So we are going to change it quickly back to Montserrat. So just like that, it has been changed. Yes. And we can also resize it like this. Okay. So depending on how you want it to look, you leave it there if you are okay with it. And that will be all. So we are done for today's class. Thanks for joining. If you have questions, please ask away and I'll answer. If you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share the video. You can also comment if you have any question, if you want to join master class, if you want to submit your assignment. This is assignment too, by the way. So please work on it and submit in your group as instructed. Have a good day, good evening, good morning, depending on the time you're watching the video. But those who are with me in this class, enjoy the rest of your night. Bye bye.